Here we are in Austin, Texas at DKR, getting set for a Big 12 showdown on a big weekend in Austin. It's the Kansas State Wildcats at 3-1 against the 2-2 Texas Longhorns. And hello there, everybody. Justin Kutcher alongside Petros Papadakis and Coach Mark Helfrich. And Coach, we'll start with you. This Kansas State team is led by their quarterback, a guy who's tough, who's intelligent, and not a lot of people know about him, their quarterback, Jesse Ertz.
Jesse Ertz is good. He's a very underrated quarterback. He can beat you with everything, his arms, his leg, and his head. He's an experienced guy. Great passer. He's one of 3 quarterbacks in FBS that leads their team in passing and running. Todd Orlando has his hands full with filling every single gap and accounting for him every time. Their receivers are struggling, so he's got to make up for it. They have a talented crew of tailbacks. Getting him involved in the run game early is big.
He reminds a lot of people of one of his coaches, Colin Klein, and Colin Klein was so tough to deal with defensively. Petro, speaking of defense, we were here for the opener for these Texas Longhorns. We saw what they did against Maryland. It wasn't pretty. They have flipped the switch, and they have been another team defensively.
Todd Orlando's defense gave up 51 points against Maryland. They are completely different now. When you watch them on tape, they fly to the football. They stopped hesitating and started playing the athletic brand of football Coach Orlando wants them to play. Malik Jefferson, Anthony Wheeler, Poona Ford as that cog in the middle. The nose tackle is almost immovable. They have been one of the most impressive defenses in the country since the wake-up call to start the year against Maryland here in DKR.
As this Texas Longhorn team takes the field here in nearly a month at DKR to take on these K-State Wildcats. We talk about defense. How about the offense? Some changes for that. Let's check in with a 4th member of our crew, Shane Bacon.
Thank you, Justin. It will be Sam Ehlinger today, starting at quarterback for the University of Texas. The 18-year-old freshman started 3 weeks ago and was impressive at times against USC. 2 touchdowns, nearly 300 yards passing, but Texas did turn the ball over 4 times. They'll have to tighten that up. This is an offense that hasn't scored an offensive touchdown in the air in the first half these 4 games.
All right, Shane, thank you very much. So they will have their hands full here. There is Sam Ehlinger, the freshman, making the start. As you said, his 3rd career start, his 2nd one here at home. He put up those numbers against USC, a kid who his coaches think very, very highly of. K-State won the toss. They have deferred. Texas will receive. Guys, how about the keys to the game tonight?
Well, if you're K-State, you got to get after him up front. A reworked offensive line for Texas. Look for Will Gary and Trent Tanking to have big-time impact on first down, and something's got to give. It's a great matchup of special teams. Punt and punt return is going to be key for both teams.
And for Texas, they have to transform their offensive identity. Part of that is getting Ehlinger out there. He's a tough kid who really likes to mix it up, but they have to run the ball. They have to find a way to run the ball on first down. Bill Snyder knows that. He wants to stop it. Speaking
of Bill Snyder, his 78th birthday is today. So happy birthday, Coach Snyder. Unbelievable. On the sidelines at 78 years old, and he has his team playing some football. Matthew McCrane will kick off. And the return out to the 31 by Kyle Porter. When Texas has the ball, Coach Helfrich, what are we looking for?
Well, the big storyline, obviously, Sam Ehlinger's 3rd start here has been an alpha kid among a bunch of other kids, a lot of youth. There's going to be a new center, so when you flip that over to the Kansas State side, again, Will Gary being great on first down, Trent Tanking getting in the backfield and playing solid K-State defense.
He's tough to move. Look at him.
Here is the true freshman, Sam Ehlinger. Went to Westlake High School here in Austin. On first down, rolling out to his left, takes the shot deep down the field, and that's picked off. Intercepted by DJ Reed.
Wow, that's great scheme by Texas, the coaching staff of Texas. That's a predetermined sprint out. That was by design, and he had his man cleanly. Again, Sam Ehlinger probably just took a little bit too long. You can see the pre-design. He's out, wide open space, green grass out in front of him, just underthrown slightly. and a tremendous play by Reed.
DJ Reed just went up and got it, an underthrown ball, and it looked like Tim Beck, the play caller for Texas, took a page out of the Baker Mayfield playbook. Move in the pocket, throw the ball down the field. Great idea, didn't work because of DJ Reed.
That was the same play they ran in the opener against Maryland when Bouchel got sacked.
So an early turnover here. Alex Barnes in with a fullback Dimmel. It's Barnes on the carry. And Barnes able to spin away, get forward for a couple of yards. Deshaun Elliott with a tackle.
I really like this back, Alex Barnes. They're very deep at the running back position for the Wildcats. They always are. This guy's just a sophomore, but 6'1", 225 pounds. He really holds the hammer for the Wildcats. If they're going to wear this Texas defense down, it'll be a lot with Alex Barnes and Jesse Ertz running the ball.
Ertz with the pass complete to the far sideline to Isaiah Zuber. Zuber takes it up a couple yards shy of that first down marker. And K-State with the ball, what are we looking for?
Well, they have one of the best tackles in the Big 12, and this guy can run block. Dalton Reisner's been battling an ankle, but he feels pretty good. And for Texas, we talked about the speed on that defense. Wheeler, Jefferson, stop the run, make Ertz drop and throw in third and long situations. That's not what they want to be in.
Third and short. The pass comes to Barnes. Barnes has the first down as he takes it up to the 49-yard line. Picks up 9.
Really nice play call by Kansas State. Everybody in the building expecting them to go downhill, coach, and they get it out to the perimeter to Barnes.
Yeah, and they're bringing 2 off the edge here to get just so calm and cool by Jesse Ertz. Get Barnes the ball out on the perimeter, away from all that pressure. Great execution.
Ertz keeps it, makes a man miss. A first down here for Jesse Ertz. 15-yard run. Deshaun Elliott with the tackle.
That's the thing that's so deceptive. You watch this guy on film. Great job on the read. They are making him pull the ball. How they're playing it. Hughes is playing him, and then Deshaun Elliott just throws a whiff.
He was right there. He's
right
in good
there.
position.
He's untouched. 15-yard gain.
Brandon Jones also there for the stop. Hand off this time to Barnes. Barnes up the middle, slapping the turf as he realized he was close to breaking it. Malcolm Roach with the tackle.
And this is exactly who the Wildcats offense is and wants to be. Slow rolling run plays that knock Texas back. They've been doing that thus far. You'll see Barnes getting the ball, patient, reading, and then exploding into the second level of the linebackers.
Second down and 5. Barnes this time gets stuffed. He's going to lose at least a yard.
Right into the teeth of that zone blitz. Texas bringing 2 from the field. 2 linebackers off the edge right into the run play. Coach Orlando is going to bring him right here. There's 2 guys coming from that front side. They outnumber K-State. Malik Jefferson does a great job running over the top. Now he's going to coach him to run through that tackle and wrap up.
Really is a fabulous matchup between the defensive coordinator Todd Orlando and Dana Dimble. Texas great at stopping the run. Kansas State great at running it.
3rd and 7. Empty backfields. Ertz looking for somewhere to go. Nowhere to go. Gets taken down. Sacked down at the 37-yard line. A loss of 2. Malik Jefferson with his 2nd sack of the year.
Just a great picture in the secondary. Everybody's locked down. They end up bringing the pressure after they motion to empty. Great fit underneath. That's P.J. Locke fitting up top, and Ertz, there's just nothing there. Good decision, be smart, try to create some with your feet. And Malik Jefferson is placed to the end. Deshaun Elliott finishing the play.
This will be a 54-yard attempt for Matthew McCrane. And that is good. Matthew McCrane, who last week was 4 for 4 His longest was 49, just connects from 54 to give Kansas State a 3-0 lead. Well, we thought special teams might have a big impact in this game. 54 yards out. Oh yeah, 3-0 K-State here in the first quarter. 3-0 Kansas State leading Texas here in the first quarter thanks to Matthew McCrane's 54-yard field goal. And look at the numbers, 45 of 51 in his career. That's the highest percentage in school history. I mentioned he was 4 for 4 last week. His 4 field goals, 37, 21, 49, and 23. Certainly a weapon for Bill Snyder.
They'll play in all 3 phases for Kansas State. The special teams have to be excellent with the style of football they play, and they are.
A short kick this time. Little Jordan Humphreys on the return. He just slips, able to fall up to the 20-yard line. How does Texas respond here after that field goal? Ellinger over the middle, throws, completes the pass to Reggie Hemphill-Maps. A first down, a pickup of 16 yards.
Great fit here on the finish. Sam Ellinger, there's going to be a little pocket that's going to develop right there for him. Maps right there. That ball has to be on time. That's a great response for him. A deep throw coming off that pick is a confidence builder for the young fella.
Ellinger to his left. Ball swung up. Caught. No, Jordan Humphreys. Inside the 5.
This is the old saw dog right here, Petros, right? Sam and Will, the outside linebackers on each side, coming off the edge. And Lil Jordan, this is Sam Ellinger, puts it at a perfect spot. Reed is coming off of another cover man. Goolsby is covering Humphrey inside out. And a great play by the big man and a confidence builder again for Ellinger.
First and goal from the 3. To the end zone. Incomplete. Was looking for Dorian Leonard.
Great finish that time by DJ Reed. Kansas State comes in a 5-down defensive lineman. They changed up the personnel this tight to the end zone. Texas identifies it, takes a shot to their big-time player, and DJ Reed answers the call.
11 plays, 77 yards. That's what Texas has done so far on this drive. A handoff to the end zone. Touchdown, Kyle Porter.
This will be close with the knee on Kyle Porter. He was kind of stepping through the weeds here. And we'll look at his left knee. Yeah, looks like it's down.
Yeah,
the runner's left knee was down prior to crossing the goal line. It'll be 3rd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Not popular inside of DKR, Texas Memorial Stadium.
When you asked Petros, what do you think? Was that an alley-oop or just a pass?
He can't jump very well. It's a pass. This will be an interesting call for Texas right here. Again, it would feel good for them to run the football in. 3rd and a yard. You have a ton of confidence in your defense. Do you go for it on 4th down if you're Tom Herman?
It's Kyle Porter still in the backfield. 3rd and goal from the 1.
5 down linemen in defensively for K-State.
Ellinger. And Ellinger gets stuffed. He's going to lose at least a yard.
That's great defense by K-State. They just mono matchup. 5-on-5 on those inside guys. You can see everybody just reset the line of scrimmage from K-State. Driving them back. There's 2-3 unblocked players.
They're going to go for it
Texas
here.
is going to go for it.
On 4th and goal. From the 3. Ellinger rolling out to his right.
Hemphill-Maps.
Flag is thrown. It was incomplete.
Pass interference. Offense, number 6, blocking downfield. That penalty's declined. Ball goes over on down.
So Devin Duvernay there was called for it. It wasn't a pick. He just kind of pushed off and blocked as Hemphill Maps ran he kind of runs a delayed flag route, and here's Duvernay 6. Gets called for that. That is a tough one.
Yeah, they're really calling that this year. I mean, they're emphasizing that without a doubt, and some of them, like that one, aren't very legit.
So 14 plays, 79 yards, and no points to show for it. And now the defense has a chance to make a stand for Texas as they trail 3-0 with 1:18 to go here in the opening quarter. 6th time this year that Texas has gone into the red zone and come away with no points this year. Justin Silman in the backfield here for Kansas State. Silman able to drag Gary Johnson for a couple of yards.
Silman's not their biggest back, 195 pounds, but a good job getting behind his pads and his big guys up front and grinding to get those two. That is a huge play coming out of the end zone.
Absolutely got a lot of room to work with. The ball's back in the middle of the field, so they can kind of do whatever they want.
Second down and 8. Ertz keeps it. Snipped out. He's going to be down. They're going to mark him down, I believe, at the 2. Deshaun Elliott and Chris Boyd were both right there.
Again, great defense by Todd Orlando. We've got an edge pressure coming. There's Boyd on the edge pressure, and then Elliott comes back over the top, being disciplined. That is so key. They've got a guy on the tailback and a guy on the quarterback. If not, that's a huge game.
When it was one-on-one between Ertz and Elliott, Elliott lost. When he had a little help, you see how much different it can be.
3rd and 11. Ertz from his own end zone. They will not get the play off before the quarter comes to an end. I tell you what, with the score being just 3-0, there's a lot of action right there. That is the end of the first quarter. It is 3-0 Kansas State. FS1 College Football will return after these messages. 3rd and 11 coming up. The ball's on the 2-yard line. Jesse Ertz back in his own end zone. They're making some noise here at DKR. Pump fake. Ertz. And that's incomplete. Intended for Isaiah Zuber. There is a flag on the play.
Uncharacteristic call by the K-State offense coming out of their end zone. A pump fake and a try for a double move down the sideline. Jesse Ertz was pretty comfortable back there throwing it.
Yeah, Holton Hill's going to get flagged. They'll take it. It was a double move. He was beating the slant and go, and he just fit it with his hands while the ball was in the air. Easy call for the officials. Double move. There's the slant and the go. DBs are sometimes caught if they feel like they're beat to just take one for the team, take the 15-yarder.
You want some football terminology? Slant and go.
Sluggo.
Sluggo.
That's a big one right there. 3rd and 11 backed up at their own 2, and now a first down at the 17. Handoff to Silman. Malik Jefferson right there for the tackle.
This is really what Coach Herman wants to avoid with this Texas defense. They're good, they're fast, they don't hesitate right now, but the longer they're out there, the more difficult it is to stop the waves of the Kansas State run. Now that they have a new set of downs, they're going to start leaning on them again. There's Todd Orlando, one of the most innovative defensive coordinators in the country against the run.
Ertz over the middle, completes the pass to Dalton Schoen. Schoen's got speed, racing to the end zone. Touchdown, 82 yards. second touchdown of the year for Dalton Schoen. His other one was 70 yards.
Well, it almost looks like a carbon copy of what we saw Texas do against Maryland. There's nobody in the middle of the field. So as you see Schoen break to the post, Ertz comes off the play fake. Great timing, and there's nobody home. P.J. Locke is outside his leverage, and Schoen in German, that means beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
That was beautiful.
Beautiful in-stride accuracy by Ertz there to Schoen, and I guess I was wrong about Kansas State taking the air out of the ball.
Longest play of the year for the Wildcats. Jesse Ertz to Dalton Schoen. Here and again it comes after that pass interference to extend the drive. The sophomore from Overland Park, Kansas, takes it to the house. 10-0 K-State over Texas here in the second quarter. McCrane kicking off. Kyle Porter from the 3. Porter up to the 28-yard line. Tennille Carter starts this drive in the backfield. He takes the handoff on first down and turns it upfield. And he'll get 4 yards on first down. Jade Kirby with the tackle.
Pivotal drive here for the Longhorns. They had a good, nice long drive. Couldn't punch it in their last possession. And I think that's why they're going with Sam Ehlinger. I don't think he's affected by mistakes. I don't think he's affected by the pick or fumbles. He just goes out there and keeps playing it. And that's what Texas needs right now to find some consistency on offense.
You mentioned that last drive, 14 plays, 77 yards, almost 6 minutes and no points. Ehlinger with completes the pass to Hemphill Mess. Excuse me, to Gerard Hurd. Gerard Hurd, who's actually the third-string quarterback, picks up 10 yards. Hurd got 19 stitches in his right hand prior to the Iowa State game. There's Shane Buechele, who's the backup tonight. Buechele, an ankle injury, didn't get many reps in practice this week. And off to Carter. You can just see he's a different style back. As soon as he gets it, he turns upfield.
You see the quickness or the electricity in his body, and it's just not happening with the other two backs. That being said, this is a very good tackling Kansas State team. And Trent Taking got a hold of him and took him down.
Yeah, Creemore was the unblocked player that turned that back in. Great fit by him.
On 2nd and 5, Ehlinger again completes the short pass to Colin Johnson for the first down.
That's two trips to the boundary flat. That's the close side that Texas is working here out of empty. One time to Hurd. It's been effective for him on this drive.
Ehlinger looking over to the sideline. Carter up the middle, gets 3. Will Geary with the tackle.
Coach, when they throw that out to the flat, those hitch routes, are they trying to get the corner to come up?
Well, it's 2 things. I think they're manufacturing a run game, like you talked about. How can we be creative and get 5 yards? And then absolutely, you'll see if that guy flinches. They ran a vertical route with a flat route in behind it, and that puts that corner in a bind.
Ehlinger on 2nd and 7 goes far side to Hurd. Hurd, nice move along the sideline. Gets the first down and more, up to the 30, gets 13 yards.
Ehlinger's shown his arm strength. They've got a route to the wide field flat now, all the way up to the top. Hurd squares up, makes more miss, gets 6-7 extra yards after the catch.
That's a big physical guy running out there on the perimeter. Not a lot of pressure on Ehlinger so far.
Tim Beck, the offensive coordinator, calling these plays, managing this offense.
Former Bill Snyder graduate assistant back at K-State.
Ooh.
Ehlinger over the middle, completes the pass to Colin Johnson. 18-yard completion for the first down.
They got a little more pressure on him that time, but Will Geary really gave Ehlinger a shot there at the end of the play.
Yeah, Geary, when Ray Price in there late, That was a great job of finishing your throw by Sam Ehlinger. Something so important with pressure in your face.
It's Porter again. Porter to the end zone. Touchdown.
A lot of aggression and celebration there for Texas, because that's exactly what's been missing from their offense. Can you line it up twice and get in the end zone about 4 yards against a really disciplined defense? Not easy to do. You see Porter, the offensive line, gets a pretty good push, still having a really hard time moving Will Geary, but they get it underneath him, and a big victory for the Texas offense.
The extra point is good. Well, you said it. That was a big drive for Texas. They got 7 points out of it. They needed those 7. It's a 3-point game here in the first half. Kansas State leading 10-7. The Longhorns, after a 12-play, 71-yard drive that took over 4 minutes. The freshman Sam Ehlinger 5 for 7 on that drive. Joshua Rowland to kick off. Byron Pringle and DJ Reed are back deep. Nice grab there by DJ Reed. He won't get a chance to return, but that was impressive. Ertz pumps, has an open receiver again, hits him. Dominique Heath.
Well, it's exactly what you talked about earlier, Petros. That high-low on the corner was peeking in the backfield and gets gashed with the pump fake. You watch Ertz, great eyes, great timing when the guy's wide open, get the ball to him. There's no way that Brandon Jones can get to that ball. Great spot by Ertz.
A 39-yard completion to Dominique Heath on 3rd and 4, and they're down to the 30-yard line of Texas.
What's with the Wildcats air show?
Handoff to Alex Barnes. And Barnes,
there you go, Petros,
gets 11 yards on 1st down, brought down by Anthony Wheeler.
Alex Barnes is put together. We were looking at him in pregame. He is all just geeked out. Good finish there by Barnes. I love Bill Snyder's comment about him. He loves him. He says he's playing his tail off, but he just said it so kind of slyly. He has a lot more in the tank.
He's got his own knees and elbows when he runs the ball. That's not easy or fun to tackle.
So now it's 1st and goal from the 16. Ertz. He'll run up the middle and dive forward. Down at the 12-yard line, gets 4.
It's a battle of the quarterback draws.
They're both good at it, too. Ehlinger and Ertz. Ertz, a much more proven player in this conference. Year after year has been very good for Kansas State. We talked about how underrated he is. Ehlinger, like you said, Coach, we saw him in warm-ups. He's thick.
2nd and goal from the 12.
This is where you can't treat Ertz like a normal quarterback and empty. He's a tailback and a quarterback.
Ertz throws it like a quarterback, and his 2nd touchdown pass of the game to Dalton Schoen. One was 82 yards, this is 12 yards.
We talked about gaining confidence. I think Schoen is the most confident guy in the building right now.
One-headed catches, 2 touchdowns. He's here again. They're showing blitz. They bluff out of it. And Schoen cuts across P.J. Locke's face, which cannot happen in the red zone.
Matthew McCrane on for the extra point. (17-7). On 3rd and 4, a pump, 39 yards to Dominique Heath. Then a jump pass to Winston Dimmel. And then a 12-yard touchdown pass to Dalton Schoen. Back up to a 10-point lead for the Wildcats. But look at this. The 2nd quarter, it has been K-State's quarter this year. Mitch Lockbeeler kicking off. Kyle Porter on the return. And Porter gets leveled as he crosses the 20-yard line. Takes the hit from Elijah Sullivan. Wow.
Elijah Sullivan, a sophomore out of Tucker, Georgia. Kickoff team is fun, and it's also horrible. There it is.
You can hear that from up here.
Porter's back was to him. That's a free shot.
The ball almost comes out. Porter does a great job. That's a hard one when you get hit in the back like that. Petros would never fumble what some backs do.
All right, what's the answer here by Texas with 6:23 to go here in the first half? Tennille Carter in the backfield. A couple of true freshmen with Ellinger. And Ellinger keeping it. Ellinger, look at the freshman go. Dragged down from behind by Denzel Goolsby, but a 21-yard scamper by Sam Ellinger.
Nice strong run by Ellinger. And pay attention to the end of this play. I think this is a product of all the targeting calls we've had. Kendall Adams does a great job, number 21, of holding up there and not knocking the head off of the quarterback. He was defenseless in that, and that would have drawn a flag. That's pretty smart. I think a few years ago, you would have seen a very violent hit.
Great point.
Carter tries to go low against Duke Shelley. Shelley got lower, but a 5-yard run for Carter. It seems like every time he touches, it's at least 5 yards.
Yeah, that's a big-time first down play for Texas. They love that power read on the perimeter. Going back to that the first down by Ellinger, empty quarterback run has been their most effective run game that we've seen this year.
Chris Warren now in the backfield. Petros, who said last drive was very important for Texas to get points. They got 7. This drive also important right now for the Longhorns. Ellinger swings it out. Caught by Gerard Hurd. And Hurd will come up a few yards shy of that first down marker.
Third string quarterback is the #1 target right now for Sam Ellinger, the freshman.
Gerard Hurd, a great high school quarterback at Denton Guyer, just north of Dallas.
Well, that might be job security. If I keep on throwing in the ball, he can't come in to replace me.
Absolutely. Ellinger's a sharp kid.
Warren goes in motion. They fake to him up the middle. Ellinger's got the first down.
You can hear on our audio everybody on the K-State sideline saying, watch the quarterback drop, watch the quarterback drop. When the tailback motions out, this is a big tendency of Texas. There he goes. Now the box is 5 on 5. You can see 5 offensive linemen on 5 defenders. Ellinger with excellent ball security. Big game.
Really good block by Jake McMillan on Trent Tanking as well to free up Ellinger for that first down run.
Made up for that last time when he got the whiff.
Ellinger completes to Colin Johnson. For more on Sam Ellinger, let's check in with Shane Bacon.
Yeah, Justin, after that drive by the Longhorns, Ellinger ran off the field. The first player to congratulate him and tell him great job, Shane Buechele, of course, the winning quarterback last week for the University of Texas over Iowa State.
I think Shane wanted to get that in because Shane Buechele, he wanted to drop the name Shane there.
It's a nice name.
But it's also great leadership by Shane Buechele, a great teammate. Rolling out, Ellinger. Across the field, wide open. Warren racing to the end zone. Waiting for the side. Touchdown. 33 yards. First receiving touchdown of the year for Chris Warren.
This is an offshoot of that first play of the game that was a pick. You'll see the drag route. They got another 2-man game over here, and then watch Warren work his way out of the backfield. Ellinger does a great job of setting his feet that he didn't do on the first throw of the game, and a wide open wheel route. Great call by the Texas offensive coaches.
And Warren is their best receiving back, probably their most experienced guy. They like getting him out of the perimeter. Does a good job of hauling it in and finishing the play. And I think this is why Ellinger's out there. You know, you just heard it. He's well liked by his teammates, even the guy he's starting over. You just heard Shane Bacon on the sideline talk about that. He plays with a freedom. He doesn't seem to be caught up by any mistakes. He just goes out there and lets it rip. And that's what this team needs.
Joshua Rowland on for the extra point. Once again, it's a three-point game. The first receiving touchdown in the career of Chris Warren III. Goes for 33 yards. A lot of threes. And it's back to a three-point game here in Austin with Kansas State on top of Texas. Back here in Austin, it's a three-point game with 3:25 to go here in the first half. 6 plays, 78 yards, just under 3 minutes. The first receiving touchdown in the career of Chris Warren III. A 33-yard touchdown catch. And they're jumping on the sidelines for the Longhorns. Joshua Rowland to kick off with Byron Pringle and DJ Reed back deep. Reed. He will take a knee for a touchback. Ertz on first down, airing it out. Incomplete for Isaiah Zuber. Just stopped his route.
Now, obviously, Coach, Kansas State's still trying to throw the ball down the field. How does Todd Orlando adjust to this? Because these guys are open.
Yeah, and he beat him there, too. Ertz wish he had that one back. He was wide open. I think they're going to continue to play their game as far as zone pressures, but always have a single high safety or have somebody high. Every time they've been in a no safety look or a down safety look, a quarters look, they've gotten gashed in the play action game.
When Kansas State became Miami of the 80s, but they're throwing it like that.
Second down and 10. The handoff to Barnes. Barnes gets tackled by Chris Boyd for a loss of 1.
Now this has become a big third down for Kansas State because Texas has shown some ability to score quickly.
Absolutely, and if you're Tom Herman, you're putting yourself in the hip pocket of this side judge right here, taking a timeout immediately if this ball's inbounds and short of the first down.
3rd and 11. Pressure coming. Ertz goes down. Sacked by Malcolm Roach.
Again, great coverage. It turns into a 0 blitz. And Roach just outplayed Scott France because everybody was covered. You see some guys drop out from the right side of your stream. Malik Jefferson under a route, had the dig route there for a first down, but then Malcolm Roach just played longer than Scott France. He's in good position. Continue to use your hands, and he just gets beat around the horn.
No timeout called.
Surprised by that.
You and me both. Breaks a couple of tackles, takes it out to the 50 with 1:56 to go and 3 timeouts remaining here for Texas. Chase Johnston with a special teams tackle. Chris Warren in the backfield. Humphrey in motion. Pass to Humphrey, makes the nice catch. Extending those hands up to the 34-yard line, a 16-yard completion.
Great spot here. Watch Ehlinger finish with his hips right there, driving this ball through right over the top of the outstretched hands, but not over the outstretched hands of Lil Jordan Humphrey right in front of Kendall Adams.
Ehlinger to keep it, makes a move, diving forward up to the 3, picks up 5. Trent Tanking and Jay Kirby combine for the tackle.
And here's that situation again. Inside the 5, clock is ticking. Texas wants to push him back. Can they?
Ehlinger again will keep it. Ehlinger gets taken down shy of the end zone by Jay Kirby. What a tackle there by Kirby.
Great job by Kirby finishing it, but watch all the dirty work done by these guys inside. It bounces the play outside. Kirby runs over the top and keeps Ehlinger from getting to the end zone.
Think about how many times you see a guy go for that tackle and then spin and throw that player forward. He didn't throw him forward. If he does, he's in the end zone. Ehlinger, hands up, touchdown, Kyle Porter just walking in. Second touchdown of the night for Porter, and that that gives Texas the lead.
Again, another rushing touchdown for the Longhorns. K-State was in their goal line defense. Porter cut it all the way back. You see these guys going with the submarine technique. They try to just undertow everybody. Porter cuts it back. He's not down in touch football.
First lead of the night for the Longhorns. Rollins. The extra point is good. And they will run into the locker room with a 21-17 lead. And Sam Ehlinger imploring the fans to get up on their feet. And they are. 21-17, 4-point lead for the Longhorns. Right now, let's get you to L.A. Rob Stone and the guys. A fun first half of football here in Austin, Texas, as we get set to start the third quarter. 21-7. The Longhorns lead the Wildcats of Kansas State. Justin Kutcher, Petros Papadakis, and Coach Mark Helfrich back with you here on FS1. And guys, it was a fun first half. Quite an answer by the Texas Longhorns, falling behind early. Their true freshman quarterback, Sam Ehlinger, his first pass was an interception, and yet they respond, getting a touchdown late. K-State will receive the kickoff here to open up this third quarter. And they will start at the 25-yard line. Let's go down and check in with Shane Bacon.
Hey, Justin, Coach Herman said simply put, that first pass by Sam was the right decision. He said that's something he can live with. You make the right decision and you underthrow it, that's okay. I asked him about his ability to bounce back as a freshman, and he said you could basically throw the freshman title out. There's no such thing as a freshman with Sam Ehlinger. He's just so impressive at such a young age. As for Coach Snyder, he said, simply put, we've got to establish a ground game. They haven't run the ball well, and they can't rely on those big pass plays.
As far as the run game is concerned, just 18 yards on the ground for Kansas State in that first half. To open up the second half, the pass is complete to Dalton Schoen. And Schoen gets 5 yards on first down.
Interesting that Coach Snyder would talk to Shane about running the ball, because those aren't the plays they're calling. They're calling plays to throw the ball down the field, and right on first down they throw another bubble. That's been their identity offensively in this game.
Yeah, Ertz is taking advantage of numbers right there. Did a great job of feeding it out. Zuber doing a great job blocking.
Second down and 5 with Alex Barnes in the backfield. The handoff is to Barnes, and Barnes will get 4 yards, setting up third down and 1. A look at the first half stats. The rushing yards, huge advantage for Texas. Time of possession, advantage Longhorns. Dalton Schoen had that 82-yard touchdown catch. Third and 1. Ertz, the pitch to Barnes. Barnes gets tackled. Looks like shy of the marker. Anthony Wheeler.
What a tackle. As you see, the option play set up pretty good, and there's Barnes with momentum.
That was actually Malik Jefferson with that tackle.
And he is the faster between the two, the rover, Malik Jefferson, on the Bednarik Award watch list, and he's there because of his speed. And the defensive coordinator, Todd Orlando, likes him running through guys more at this juncture of the season.
Nick Walsh to punt. And this will go out of bounds inside the 30. It'll be a 39-yard punt for Nick Walsh. So a 3-and-out forced by the Texas defense. 4-point lead for the Longhorns. Rolling out to his right. Throws to Hemphill. Map stays in bounds. How about that run after the catch? Up to midfield, picks up 13.
His body came to life once he was in the arms of Denzel Goolsby. Check him out. Watch that body come to life. Yeah. Spin out of there and get the first down. A lot of electricity on the edge for Texas right now.
68 yards on 7 catches for Reggie Hemphill Maps.
What was that name again? Goolsby.
To Colin Johnson, makes a move. Johnson trying to get towards the sideline. And Johnson gets shoved out of bounds by DJ Reed, but picks up 26.
Yeah, that's a great job in pursuit by DJ Reed. He just leaves Duke Shelley. It's a hitch. Makes Shelley miss, and Colin Johnson does what he does so well. Big-time player all the way across the field. DJ Reed gets him out of bounds.
9 straight completions for the true freshman, Sam Ehlinger. Ehlinger on the run, throws it up, and it's incomplete. Really good defense by Denzel Goolsby.
The name of the night again. Sam Ehlinger will wish he had this one back just a little bit late to Lil Jordan, and that allows Goolsby to get there and do a great job of getting that ball out. The ball's thrown to a good spot. It just needs to be thrown there about almost 10 yards earlier. He knew it.
Snaps a string of 9 straight completions for Ehlinger. 2nd down and 10.
And you jinxed him right there, Justin. You said 9 straight.
Ehlinger keeps it, makes a move, dives forward up to the 17-yard line.
You know, I'm really impressed with the game that Tim Beck, the offensive coordinator for Texas, has called thus far. They don't have a lot of things that they can depend on down in and down out, but they find a way to piece it together, and they're doing it against a really good D. There's Coach Beck, looking cerebral in those glasses.
He's too young to wear those.
3rd down and 3. It was those long nights as a GA under Bill Snyder. Ehlinger, little pitch. It's a fumble.
It'll be an incomplete
pass. Guy's little shovel pass.
Yep.
It's an incomplete forward pass.
A lot of people run this just as Texas is here off of a power action. It's a way to run option football out of a normal play that you run. There's a down, and then you'll see the guard pulling right behind this action, and he just drops it.
A little bit safer than a pitch to the side because you are going to get the incompletion there. I thought that Warren, if he caught it, he could have gotten the first down.
Now a 34-yard field goal attempt here for Joshua Rowland, 2 for 5 on the season in field goals. And Rowland is good for 34. The Longhorns now lead 24-17 here in Austin over Kansas State. Thanks to the last 4 drives, 17 unanswered points. Sam Ehlinger has led this team in a big-time way.
No question. And so many of those, even the huge play to Colin Johnson, that was a hitch. That was a 5-yard hitch. Those are some of the things that Shane Buechele did not execute really well. And we might see the development of a future star here in Sam Ehlinger.
And part of having success at a place like Texas is get the ball to your 5-star playmakers and let them do it. Like that was exactly what they just did with Colin Johnson. Get him on a hitch and let him create.
Joshua Rowland to kick off. DJ Reed back deep. And he will take a knee. I'm impressed he caught the ball with that cannon going off at the same time. Play action. Ertz throws high, deflected into the hands of Pringle. And Pringle is down at the 47-yard line, a 28-yard completion.
I think he was throwing that up to Pringle. As you see that against, right, exactly. He did draw that up. Great awareness by Pringle staying with the play. Texas has had trouble with that 3-man side covering the number 2 receiver. That's happened in a couple other games this season. A great finish there by Pringle.
Barnes goes in motion.
Dimmel, the fullback, stays in the backfield with Ertz right here. Could be a quarterback run to the top.
There it is, kept by Ertz. And Ertz diving across the 30 will get 4 yards, setting up 2nd down and 6. P.J. Locke gets credit for the tackle.
Good recognition here by the K-State offensive coaches, how Texas was aligned as the tailback went in motion. There was nobody on the top edge, which created that void for Ertz to fill for a game.
Abdul Beecham had lost his shoe, and Scott France was trying to help him put it back on.
Teammates.
looks like he's got the first down.
So yeah, that's just another picture of another run with a built-in bubble screen. If the overhang player, the guy who's trying to play run and pass, is too tight, which you'll see him coming into your picture right here, Ertz will throw it outside, and now we've got 2-on-1 on the corner. Great job by Heath getting the first down. He needs to put that ball away. Coach Snyder will not like that.
Thank goodness he was on the other sideline.
First and 10 here for K-State. Ertz again keeps it. And he just trips over the 21-yard line.
Well, he kind of lulls his own self. He's expected to take a shot. Yeah, he's tackled by the 20-yard line.
Look at the upper body movement, though, in this guy when he runs the ball. And I love the action in the backfield, but that's just when your legs do you wrong. It happens, even to the best. And Ertz is one of the best.
Ertz is out now. He just came out of the game.
Yeah, maybe he didn't like the way his legs felt.
Alex Delton is now in. Delton, quarterback run. Delton cuts it to the outside. And Delton is shoved out inside the 5, marked down at the 3.
Now, I don't know if Jesse Ertz has this in his repertoire, this jump outside that Delton made, Coach. He's doing a good job setting up the fullback, and then he jumps right outside Winston Dimmel, and it's a race to the pylon. What a nice play coming in cold by the backup quarterback, Alex Delton, just a sophomore out of Hayes, Kansas.
A 16-yard run for Delton. Again, they go with just Dimmel in the backfield. First and goal from the 3. Delton gets a yard.
Todd Orlando talked to us yesterday about it's basically single wing football, right? You've got a fullback and then the quarterback slash tailback in the backfield, and we're seeing what Belton can do. Coach Snyder has Jesse Ertz in his ear on the sideline. Looks like they have a package here that they like with Belton in the game.
Second and goal from the 2. Delton up the middle, touchdown! Alex Delton, the backup quarterback, comes in, runs from 16, and now takes it in from 2.
A huge hole here for Alex Delton to run through. A similar play. You'll see the puller tipping his pull. He's coming. Watch Dimmel lead him in at a huge hole. Petros would have scored untouched right there.
Maybe even today. But we saw some great Kansas State football. They flipped the field. They played defense. They had the great punt, downed it on the 1, stopped Ellinger.
And Matthew McCrane ties it up at 24. Alex Delton keeping it, taking it in untouched. 3:37 to go here in the third quarter. All tied up at 24. And Jesse Ertz loves it from his backup. All tied up at 24 here in Austin. For more on the quarterback situation for K-State, let's check in with Shane Bacon.
Yeah, Justin, Jesse Ertz walked off and he was stretching his left leg, his left knee, but no trainer came over to help him out. Nobody looked at it, examined it, and he's been fine, jumping up and down when they scored a touchdown and was really just in the play. So he looks to be okay as of now.
And right now they're working on the left elbow. You never know, falling on that turf.
I saw that he had that in pregame. He had a gash. Yeah, it looked like, just a scar you get from a previous game.
Mitch Lockbeeler kicking off, and this will be a touchback for Texas. 3:37 to go here in this third quarter, all tied up at 24. Tennille Carter is in. It's kept by Ellinger, and he gets hit by Tanner Wood.
Great job by Tanner Wood, kind of baiting Sam Ellinger there for a second, then collapsing in to make the play. Sets up a second and long.
That means you really know how to play against a zone read. If you're able to bait a quarterback into making a read and then go make the tackle, that means you're pretty darn experienced, and Tanner Wood is.
And he sees it every day, right, against Ertz and their offense.
Second down and 11 after that tackle for a loss. Ellinger down the sideline. And that's incomplete. incomplete for Colin Johnson. Good defense by Duke Shelley.
We've seen a lot of this from the Kansas State corners. They are physically outmatched, 5'9" versus 6'6", but look at him get up and slap this ball out again. That would have been a completion.
Such a great job finishing through the play by Duke Shelley. And again, Sam Ehlinger puts that in a great spot. If that's all you can ask for, you're giving your best play a shot on a 5'9" corner. And Shelley whips it out again. Interesting to see if they stay with that or drop out of it.
Pressure's coming. Ehlinger escapes it. And he throws this to the sideline and out of play.
Kansas State's turning up the heat with the blitzes in the second half. That's been their adjustment, Coach.
Absolutely, and that's something that proves that Texas is moving the football well. K-State is not a blitz team. That means you're doing things against them. Great response thus far in the second half by K-State.
Michael Dixon on to punt, and right now Texas needs Dixon to get off a good one. Switch the field position with DJ Reed and Byron Pringle back to return this punt. And there is a good one. Wow. DJ Reed all the way back to his own 6. Gets hit, still up, and now tackled at the 9. What a punt by Michael Dixon. A 64-yard punt.
Wow, you saw it all right there. Great punt, unbelievable punt. Then DJ Reed almost broke out of it.
Well, Alex Delton is still in at quarterback here for Kansas State.
Interesting development there.
Yeah.
Same play they scored on.
Delton has a first down. Deshaun Elliott with a tackle, a run of 12 yards for Delton.
And he's a more sudden runner than Ertz is.
Yeah, it's the same play as they scored on. You've got a puller and a fullback coming with him. You're just outnumbered at that point, and then they add in Alex Barnes to clean up the backside. Runs through the tackle of Holton Hill.
Guys,
got trouble with Delton too.
What about this? I mean, he hasn't even looked to throw the ball when he's been there.
Yeah, played mainly in cleanup duty. There's not a ton of film on this guy if you're Todd Orlando and Texas's defense.
Play clock down to 3. Delton again to run. Cuts it back. And Delton up to the 34-yard line. Holton Hill and Nashawn Hughes with a tackle, 11-yard run. Another first down.
He's very patient runner, but a little bit different than Jesse Ertz. He's not looking to throw it. Like you said, they're not calling run-pass options for him. He's just getting behind everybody, all 10 guys.
That's 3 plays in a row. They run the exact same play. It's been flipped over once, right, because of where they were formationally. Now potentially a play-action pass off that same action.
Back to pass again. Finds the open receiver, and that's Dalton Schoen, who's had himself a big night.
Now that's a quick release.
Absolutely, and again, great fit by Schoen. It's a single high look, so Schoen is running right up the hash, and Delton with excellent awareness, and as you said, stops him right in that hole just underneath Jones. And Wheeler finishes up the tackle.
A 23-yard completion. Alex Delton saying, hey guys, I can throw the ball as well. Hand off there to Silman. Silman gets a yard.
K-State doing everything they want right now. They might bleed this clock out. They won't have to snap the ball in the third quarter if they don't want to.
That is the end of this third quarter. We're all tied up at 24 between Kansas State and Texas. The backup quarterback Alex Delton has led K-State back in this one. FS1 College Football will return after these messages. Back here in Austin at DKR, all tied up at 24. That second quarter was a high-scoring one. Third quarter advantage K-State as we move to the fourth quarter. And Alex Delton, the backup quarterback, who anchored his high school 4x100 meter relay state championship team, is trying to anchor this team and lead them to a come from behind win here on the road. Running again. Look at this kid go.
So good up front right there. Again, this is single wing football. The quarterback's the tailback. They run just a power play behind the tight end and fullback by Dimmel, watch them fit right there. Big old crease for Delton to cut back through. And another huge first down.
Guys, he's got 65 yards on the ground already.
He's taken over the game, and Jesse Ertz is standing on the sideline watching it happen.
Keeping it on the ground. Anthony Wheeler was there.
Just the same play flipped over. K-State sticking with a good thing in terms of their run game right now.
They're going to run it until Texas stops it. They are not overly creative offensively.
Alex Delton, he has followed the orders of his head coach Bill Snyder. He said, we want to run the ball. We got to establish the run. He's done it. The rest of the team, not so much. Second and 8. Delton dragged down by Charles Omenihu.
That's another just the same play. Fullback, tight end, power. We got hands on hips there for
That's right.
Omenihu.
That's a tired defense right now, and that's the guy that's wearing him out. You see the hard breathing from the Texas front. They're fast and they're physical, but they've been on the field too long here in the second half.
Crowd's trying to help them on third down.
3rd and 4. 9th play of the drive coming up. Delton gets hit in the backfield by Omenihu. Hands on the hips. No, that was a decoy.
The Jim Brown technique right there.
The rope-a-dope.
Great defensive adjustment right here. Watch Omenihu come across his face. That's the hard part on this power play. As you're blocking back there, Abdul Beecham is the guy he smoked across. And again, a great finish by Omenihu. That guy is a giant.
7th tackle for a loss by Texas tonight. Sets up a 33-yard field goal attempt here by Matthew McCray. Connected from 54 earlier. This to give K-State the lead. And he does. 2 for 2 on the night. Silences the crowd, but really, if you're the defense for Texas, you're thinking, okay, we forced a field goal, didn't give up the touchdown. Back here in Austin, and Kansas State has taken a 3-point lead thanks to 10 unanswered points with Alex Delton at the lead. The last 2 possessions, that's what Delton has done.
And like you said, Texas just did a good job. The run defense has been their identity when Texas has had positive things happen in the Tom Herman era early. And they just came through and forced a field goal.
Short kick.
Chris Boyd takes it. And Boyd gets hit at the 17-yard line. Because we're not joined by our broadcast associate Justin Tolbert, who's battling some health issues. JT, we know you're back at the hotel right now. We miss you. We love you. Get better quickly. We need you with us. On first down, Sam Ehlinger completes the pass to Reggie Hemphill Maps.
Great concentration by Hemphill Maps. Looked like that ball was tipped.
And does Ehlinger have the juice to do it? He's got 3 minutes, 45 seconds and counting. He's at home. Great Kansas State defense up against him, but this offense has had it going pretty good in the second half.
2nd down and 3 now for Texas.
A bluff zero pressure again by K-State.
Here comes that pressure. Johnson breaks a tackle across the 45.
Great call by Texas. You can see that's coming. That's Kansas State's empty check is to zero blitz. A great call into that is a screen. Get it to your best player in space. They get one block there. He's run that shoot.
Empty backfield again here for Ehlinger. High throw to the sideline, incomplete for Hemphill Maps. And guys, I don't know about you, but I'm watching this right now and I'm having flashbacks, and I'm guessing a lot of Texas fans as well, to the USC game. You got your freshman quarterback out there, you're down in this game, a chance to come back and either tie it or take the lead.
But I think he's proven that he has the right mentality for Coach Herman. Sam Ehlinger's going to go out there and keep playing no matter what. And that's what Texas needs at this juncture.
Yeah, he's been impressive. K-State's changed up coverage constantly. They've pressured constantly. And he's played well. And this is a chance to lay his claim to this job.
2nd and 10, pressure coming. Able to get rid of it just in time. Reggie Walker came with the pressure. And now 3rd and 10 coming up.
So again, it's that same zero pressure. Texas has nobody in the backfield. He's unblocked. There's only 5 offensive linemen for 5 D linemen. You got to be aware of that as a QB. Get that out sooner and don't take that shot.
And they bring in Chris Warren right now, likely to try to help out picking up some of that pressure. No, he's going to split out wide. Tim Beck, what play does he call here on 3rd and 10? The quick pass to little Jordan Humphrey. Humphrey makes the move, the hurdle, and he falls. And it looks like Warren may have recovered it.
Wow.
And he does.
When you leave your feet, you just don't have leverage, and anything can happen to you. It looks great, it's fun to watch, but it's bad football when you leave your feet like that.
It looks a lot better on mat than it does in real life football.
Ehlinger again to Hemphill Maps, again behind him, incomplete.
And on the minds of Texas is that missed field goal in this same area. They want 6. They don't want to leave it up to the kicker to tie it up.
11 catches, 102 yards for Reggie Hemphill Maps, the guy who redshirted last year. Tom Herman told us Sam Ehlinger in that USC game couldn't find his mouthpiece when he was supposed to go on the field. So what did he do? He grabbed Gerard Hurd, said, "Give me yours, I'm going in."
Love that story.
Kind of gross. Not a germaphobe. Ehlinger scrambling. Trade to Sean, able to chase him out after a run of 6.
The UT faithful love this. They like the competition that Sam Ehlinger brings to the table. A lot of effort there to try to get to the sticks, and a good job staying alive.
3rd and 4. Quick pass is incomplete, looking for Hurd. There in the coverage was Kendall Adams. And so they will bring in the field goal kicker, Joshua Rowland, who just missed from 27 yards.
Love K-State's pressure. That's their deal. They're trying to attack, have that attack mentality. That was that same Sam and Will pressure. Ehlinger had a man. They just couldn't complete.
This will be from 34 to tie it up. He hit from 34 earlier. And this time from 34, it's good. Redemption for Joshua Rowland. But there's still 1:37 to go. You know that feels good for the junior. Oh, breathe a sigh of relief. 27 all. All tied up at 27 under a harvest moon here in Austin, Texas. Let's go. Joshua Rowland to kick off. DJ Reed, he will return it from 5 yards deep in the end zone. And Reed gets hit at the 17. Jason Hall with a special teams tackle. Hand off to Barnes. Are you surprised by the call to hand off here?
That's how they set up their offense, but it is getting late. There's no doubt about it. If you have that kicker, you're going to want to give him a chance at least, and they've called another timeout.
2nd down and 6 here for Kansas State. 1 timeout remaining. 50 seconds to go. Ertz with plenty of time. Now he's forced out of the pocket and has to run. And Ertz will be shoved out of bounds by Nashon Hughes.
And if there's any questions about his health, there it is right there, right? He looks downfield, great protection, sort of breaks down because it takes so long, and still able to run out of bounds and beat Hughes to the sideline.
And Hughes is a fast player. Nashon Hughes was trying to stop him from stopping the clock, but Ertz showed a lot of speed and explosion. And it's hard to stand there for a couple quarters and then come back in and be asked to win the game.
It feels like K-State's not quite sure what to do here.
Yeah.
Whether they're trying to get into field goal range or just get it to overtime.
K-State out of timeouts.
Play action.
Ertz taking the shot downfield. And that is picked off. Intercepted by Deshaun Elliott. His 5th interception in his last 3 games.
And electrifies the crowd twice. Big 12 Player of the Week already. Deshaun Elliott with a very athletic play to give Texas a chance.
Yeah, now Texas with 1 timeout. Again, the play of the day might be Isaiah Zuber, getting him on the ground. Comes over the top, the safety come into your picture. There he is making the pick. Just great ball skills by Elliott. And again, such a big deal by Isaiah Zuber here, number 7, becoming a defender, getting him on the ground and making it at least a long field for Sam Ehlinger.
Ehlinger with time, throwing. Hemphill Maps has it. Across midfield, the clock will stop for the first down.
The key there, just unbelievable pass protection that time by the Texas offensive line. They're going to try to clock it.
They do. Stop the clock with 21 seconds. The career long and the season long for Joshua Rowland is 49 yards for a field goal.
You're going to see Hemphill Maps come from the left side of your screen. Ehlinger again all day. Little Jordan Humphrey cleared out that right side, opening the lane for Hemphill Maps. Great vision by Ehlinger, hitting him in stride. Sam and Willard coming. It's that 0 pressure again by K-State. Ehlinger identifies it.
Gets out of bounds. He also gets the first down.
He wanted Colin Johnson to block Duke Shelley and spring him all the way to the end zone. He saw it, but Colin Johnson did not see it in time.
You see what all these Texas coaches talk about. He's running the show now. He's directing traffic. He's pointing out who's pressuring and then executing with his feet. Same pressure.
14 seconds. Ehlinger completes the pass to Humphrey, who gets out of bounds again to stop the clock with 10 seconds.
Great work here by Coach Tim Beck, the offensive coordinator. It's that same 0 pressure, quick flat route, get out of bounds. 10 seconds left. You got that timeout in your hip. You can play the field here if you're Sam Ehlinger. Know that you have the timeout. You can work anywhere. Same blitz.
Ehlinger again to the sideline, incomplete with 7 seconds. It would be a 45-yard field goal from right here. The season and career long for Joshua Rowland is 49 to match his jersey number.
And Ehlinger gives him a pat on the head. What a great drive by the freshman quarterback, growing up before the eyes of the UT faithful here at DKR.
Remember, K-State has no timeout to try to ice him. From 45 yards out for the game winner. And this one is no good.
Very close. Looked like it was going to sneak in, but it didn't.
Just outside. Started to draw in there, and when Phil Necro back to the outside. Keep your head up. We're going to need you here, Mr. Rowland. If you're a Texas fan. Starts coming in and then stops.
Had the distance.
What's the fake Bevo's name?
fake Bevo?
Fake the stuffed Bevo. He was calling it good for a long ways out.
Tom Herman and Texas going to overtime against Kansas State. We will come back for overtime on Bill Snyder's 78th birthday. He's got to work extra. Well, if we're going to overtime, that means we're tied. 27-27, Kansas State and Texas. Sam Ehlinger's the quarterback for Texas with Chris Warren in the backfield. On first down, Ehlinger throwing to the end zone. Touchdown, Gerard Hurd. His first pass of the game was an interception. His first pass of overtime is a 25-yard touchdown pass.
The moment is not too big for Sam Ehlinger.
No, and Coach Tim Beck, the offensive coordinator from Texas, dials up a huge one. It was a too-high safety look. We'll take a look at it after the kick. Comes off that play they ran over and over again, and K-State really started to jump, and they took advantage of it.
Here's Joshua Rowland's extra point, and that's good.
Just watch right up here, this interchange. He goes vertically. He comes right down the pipe, and there's nobody in the middle of the field. Great awareness by Ehlinger. He looks off the safety, holding that backside safety, and finding a wide open Gerard Hurd.
And you knew that everybody was going to trend toward Colin Johnson, the big wide receiver. And he was the one over there holding the safety along with the eyes of Sam Ehlinger. Great execution by the Texas offense with a freshman quarterback.
Alex Delton is in at quarterback for K-State. Delton will keep it. And you can feel it right now. This Texas defense, they want to fly to that ball.
Yeah, P.J. Locke, the nickel, comes off the edge up top and runs down Delton from the backside. Great pursuit.
Second down and 13. I think you brought up a great point, Coach. 4 down territory automatically. Six on the play clock. Play clock down to 1. Just gets it off. Handoff. Barnes has the first down inside the 10. What a big play and a big answer by Kansas State.
That took a lot of air out of the crowd here at DKR.
Edge pressure, they just don't get that guy across the face. Those are those gaps. Those are the discipline we talked about with Coach Todd Orlando, the defensive coordinator. Everybody has to do their job. Right there, that looked like Poona Ford, a spectacular player for him. Just doesn't cross the face of the offensive lineman.
A 20-yard run for Alex Barnes. First and goal from the 8. Delton to the end zone. Touchdown. Wow. This place was loud. It just got really quiet.
How about the decision to go with Alex Delton, not only to kneel the ball at the end of regulation, but to come back in overtime after Jesse Ertz was asked to have a game-winning drive and couldn't come through. Here comes the backup, and they run the same play they've been running, just stretching it out. Texas great at pursuing, sometimes a little bit of over-pursuit there, and that allows Delton to cut back and find the end zone.
Great finish by Delton. I love the fact he maintained great ball security there. Don't reach the ball on first down. Run it through the goal line.
Matthew McCrane for the extra point to force double overtime. And that's what we're doing. Double OT. A 20-yard run by Alex Barnes. Gerard Hurd with a touchdown for Texas. Alex Delton, the touchdown for Kansas State. Double overtime. Here we come. Here we are in double overtime now. Kansas State will start with the ball. Alex Delton back in there. Just ran it in from 8 yards out. Delton. A couple of touchdowns on the day.
Possible play action down here. Everybody in the building expecting quarterback run or hard ball run.
They pass on first down towards the sideline to Isaiah Zuber.
Zuber's excited. You can hear him yelling. Did a good job of ducking to the sideline and really turning on those legs. Nice play on first down.
That's such an underrated play by the quarterback. Just a great job identifying the look, getting on the edge and throwing it perfectly to that downfield armpit.
Delton very poised.
7 yards for number 7, second down and 3. Delton running. Delton, flag is thrown as he gets tackled. What a tackle by Brandon Jones. Let's wait to see what this flag is for, though.
Man, did he get underneath his guard, Tyler Mitchell, number 62, who pulled around, but it was a big mess in there.
Holding. Offense. Number 61. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay second down.
Negates the 13-yard run.
Yeah, big-time foul on Abdul Beecham. He's the left guard right here. Again, it's just a power play. You got the pulling guard and everybody out in front. And again, that's a tough one. Great patience, as you just said, by Delton, increasing that play. Well, Menahue's drawn 2 holds tonight, right?
Second down and 13 now. Delton fakes the pass. Another flag. And this time it's Malik Jefferson. The ball is covered up by Dalton Schoen.
Holding. Offense. Number 38. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay third down.
You wonder how long of a field goal Matthew McGrain might have to make.
So they elect to take the penalty. So now it'll be second down, trying to back it up. There's 38, Dimmel, who's flagged.
And he was holding on to Nashawn Hughes there, but kind of just...
That's a tough call.
Kind of just shed it off.
This stage of the game, that's a tough call.
Especially after another holding call the previous down, and Dimble's not happy.
Would be a 55-yard field goal from here. McGrain connected from 54 earlier. That's a season long. It's second and 23.
Showing pressure from the right side of the offense, the field side. There's 2 guys coming from Texas.
The handoff to Barnes, and Barnes is tracked down right away by Jeffrey McCulloch. A pickup of just 2.
Third and a bunch. Now again, do you have Delton pull it down, do his thing, get into a more manageable field goal situation? Their kicker is very confident, but it wouldn't hurt to be a little bit closer.
You just can't lose yardage here.
Exactly.
If you're Kansas State. If you lose yardage, you're really hurting yourself like you have on this entire drive.
Showing pressure. Delton moves around in the pocket, throws incomplete for Dalton Schoen. Dalton Reisner is down, slamming the turf with his hand.
Well, he's been battling ankle problems. The great tackle for Kansas State. Dalton Reisner, a lot of pressure here. Nice pickup by Barnes on Deshaun Elliott, the safety who came on a blitz. The ball just wasn't accurate enough to get to Schoen, who did come free.
Absolutely. If Dave Valentine could hold up a half count longer, that throw is finished by Delton, and it's a conversion. Great pressure dialed up by Coach Todd Orlando, defensive coordinator of Texas. All he talked about yesterday with us was attack, attack, attack. Great job attacking there.
This is off the upright and no good. He had the distance.
Wow, did he?
Ton of distance. Wow.
That's a sound you don't want to hear if you're a Kansas State supporter. Wow. But Texas loves it. Now remember, the Longhorns still have to go win this game, and they've had trouble with
Texas theoretically in field goal range right now. Psychologically, score a touchdown. Oh, it sounds like my jumper. I got a lot of iron.
Now it's up to Bill Snyder's defense to come up with a stop to see if we'll play a triple overtime. Ellinger's joined in the backfield by Chris Warren. A field goal will win it here for Texas. Ellinger on the quick pass to Johnson. Johnson trying to break the tackle. Cannot. DJ Reed holding on for dear life. A 12-yard pickup for Colin Johnson.
A little bit of a rub route right here. A vertical by Lil Jordan. Frees up. Colin Johnson and DJ Reed competing his way to make him play another snap.
Nice tackle by Reed. Don't you just center it and kick it here, coach?
If you trusted your kicker, absolutely. You have no idea what his mindset is, though. I would try to score a touchdown.
Ellinger will keep it on the ground. Ellinger barrels over a defender. Just knocked over Denzel Goolsby. A 9-yard run, 1st and goal coming up.
The crowd will love this replay. Watch Ellinger lower his shoulder. We've seen this kid. He is built running through Denzel Goolsby.
Goolsby's had 11+ tackles on the day, but he catches the business end of the forearm of the quarterback for the Longhorns. Sam Ellinger, a stud.
1st and goal from the 4. Warren still moving those feet. And Warren is down at the 1. That's the 1st down.
Sets up 1st and goal. They're going fast.
It's Warren again, this time getting stuffed.
Remember, Texas lost the game in double overtime to USC. Big opportunity here.
Great job finishing play by Will Geary there. Wrapping up all 6'4", 250 of Chris Warren III.
2nd and goal from the 2. Ellinger. Tackled at the 2. 3rd and goal for the 2 coming up.
Getting that time, Trey Dishon, Will Geary, all those guys just submarining inside. They're in their goal line package. Get 5 D linemen.
This is extra football. These teams are tired, but this is the moment for Kansas State.
Sport.
A timeout taken by Kansas State.
Kansas State takes this timeout. 30 seconds.
This is 3rd and goal from the 2.
Looks like they're setting up to run the zone play back up top and cut it back to that wing.
Here's Ellinger. Hands it off to Warren. And Warren still moving the feet. The push. Touchdown, Texas wins it. It's the Reggie Bush push.
Scrum for the ball game. Just a wad of humanity here that we'll see on the replay after we see the great emotional reactions on both sides. Turns into a rugby scrum, physical finish by all those guys in burnt orange, and they just play. Look at the finisher. They've been waiting for this out of Chris Warren III. He's got 6 defenders on him, and Sam Ellinger does his best Matt Leinart. And gets Chris Warren III into the end zone. See this all the way through. Tough way to finish for Bill Snyder's birthday, but a great battle.
Wow. Double overtime victory, 40-34. They lost one time in double overtime this year to USC on the road. This time they get the victory here at home. Let's go down to Shane Bacon on the field, who's joined with Coach Herman.
Thank you, Justin. Coach, unbelievable game. You've been a part of a double overtime game already this season. This one ended a little bit better for you guys. How impressed were you with your squad?
Really impressed. I know our defense was on their heels pretty much the entire second half. The offense kept them in it, and the defense came up huge in that second overtime to force a missed field goal, and then obviously we ran the football really, really well down there.
Yeah, Sam was incredibly impressive. You were excited about your offense headed into this week. You said you started to feel them gelling, them meshing so well. Sam was all the way through this game, played incredibly well, including this overtime.
Yeah, he did. I mean, he's certainly not perfect. He did some true freshman things that may not show up on TV, but you know, he gives us a chance with his legs. When things break down, he can scramble, and then you know, his toughness was on display down there in the second overtime, running over some people too.
Well, first time Texas is 2-0 in the Big 12 since 2013. Great win, Coach.
Thank you very much. Hook 'em horns.
Back to you guys.
Hook 'em horns for Tom Herman and the Longhorns as they win in double OT, 40-34 over Kansas State to move to 2-0 in Big 12 play. Let's get you out to Salt Lake City for Stanford and Utah. Eric Collins, Danny Cannell, A.J. Hawk on the call. Eric, take it away.